Hello, hello. Welcome back to Life After Plus One. I'm Leanne, your podcast host and your single parent mentor and coach. And today we are talking online dating. Why do you ask? Because it's what everyone seems to be talking about at the moment, and it is nothing positive. Everyone's hating on it. It's just not being spoken about for the right reasons. So today I want to give you 11 tips that can hopefully help you manage online dating in a more effective way where you don't seem to hate it so much. And no, it's not a plug for them. I don't work for them. There's no kickback for me. But hey, if you're listening from Tinder or Hinge or Plenty of Fish or anywhere else, love to get a little kickback, but no, there is none. I'm just here to help you get some tips to actually enjoy your online dating experience a little bit better. But before I do jump in, I just want to remind you guys, I do have that dating ebook. So if this is something that you enjoy after this episode and you want some more juicy content, then check out the ebook. It is available on my website, which you can grab from the show notes. You can just click it straight there, one simple click, and it's literally got about, I think it's 130 pages. Maybe it's a bit less, but it's roughly about that much juicy information on how to tackle dating as a single parent. It is jam-packed, so grab that. It's available in the show notes. And now I'm going to jump in and let's talk about some ways to handle online dating so maybe you can start to enjoy it that little bit more. Welcome to the Life After Plus One podcast, where we turn life's lemons into delightful lemonade. Get ready for inspiring stories, uplifting conversations, and all the tips and tricks to rock your single parent journey with style. I'm your host, Leanne, and it's time to embrace the adventure of Life After Plus One. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's talk 11 tips, I should say, to really change your online dating experience, because everyone is fed up with it. Everyone has had enough. The ghosting, the disappointment, the constant swiping, and not getting any results. Now, if this is you and you're just there doing the same thing, constantly just swiping, constantly just hoping for the best, I want you to ask yourself, are you doing anything different? Are you changing your approach? Are you maybe changing the type of person that you're looking for? Are you maybe changing your bio or doing something to sound more appealing to people? Or are you just sitting there swiping, hoping for the best? As I always say, you are not going to get a different outcome if you're just constantly doing the same thing. It is time to change your approach and handle the online dating world a little differently. So, tip 1, I want you to ask yourself, are you dating with intention? Meaning, do you know what you're looking for? Is there something specific in a partner that you're really looking for? Is there a trait? Is there a quality? Is there something? Maybe you really want someone that lives in a certain radius. Maybe you don't mind if they live long distance because you don't want someone under your feet 24/7. Is there something specific that you're looking for? Maybe you're wanting someone that's really goal orientated, or you're not too worried about that. You're happy that someone is retired and just chilled and enjoying life. Wherever you're at, there needs to be some clear intention with what you're looking for. So doing the whole, let's just see what happens, let's just hope for the best, is not the way you really want to approach this. If you're out there potentially looking for a life partner, someone to be your plus one, do you really want to approach it by just hoping for the best? Or do you actually want to go into it knowing exactly what you're looking for? Know what you want, filter out the noise, and be clear, and don't just swipe and go, yep, they'll do, yep, they'll do, yep, they'll do, and just hope that they reply. No. Get clear on what you want. If you want to be serious about having a serious relationship, then take your approach seriously. Number 2, stop chasing the same type of person. Now, it's quite common with certain genders to have certain specific traits that they're looking for physically in the opposite sex, whether that be height, whether that be their build, whether that be their physical features. If doing that has not given you a positive result, then maybe it's time to change that. Because let's be honest, as you get older, when you've had kids, you've gone through your divorce, you've gone through your breakup, you do not want to keep getting fucked over. You want to start taking this seriously. So start taking your approach seriously, because searching for someone just based on physical appearance is very surface based. Yes, you want to be attracted by someone, but let's be real. Looks do not last forever. But once you're an adult, you're a mature age adult, you're a parent, you've got kids and you're leading by example to them, you don't just want to date based on someone's looks and their appearance. Don't be so superficial. There is so much more to it than that. You want to get to the core of the person. You want to understand their values, their goals, their beliefs, their morals. It's time to stop dating just based on a photo. Start getting to know the real core of the person and stop focusing on that same type of person, that same type of build, that same type of features in a person when that clearly hasn't been working for you. Change your type of person that you're looking for. Number 3, don't put so much pressure on it. It is easy to go into the dating world thinking, oh, this must be the one. This is the person. I feel it. This is going to be the one. Don't put so much pressure on this potential date, because it can come across as very off-putting to the person that you're dating if you're coming across really heavy and really hard with these questions so early on. And you're setting yourself up for failure, because if you're putting so much pressure on thinking, yep, this is the one, then all of a sudden it goes to the shit. You're like, oh, see, I knew it wouldn't work. I knew online dating shit. I knew this is useless. You're convincing yourself of something that's not true because you're putting so much pressure on it. Learn to have fun with it. Dating can be fun if you don't take it so seriously. So stop getting hooked on thinking that every person you meet is going to be the one. Don't put them on a pedestal. Don't put pressure on yourself, and just have fun with it. Number 4, stop blaming the apps. They are just a tool to help you connect. The apps are not doing anything wrong. It's the way that it's being approached that makes the difference. So blaming the apps that you're not meeting people is not going to give you any results. It's just going to leave you sitting in blame and not taking any accountability for your approach on what you're doing. Think about how you're approaching it. Are you actually really initiating conversation? Are you acknowledging their bio and making a conversation about that? Are you being genuine? Are you sharing photos of yourself, or you're just sharing photos of landscape or animals and people are like, who is this person? People want to see who they're talking to. If you don't have any bio yourself, that quite often puts people off. Make sure you come across as someone that people are going to want to talk to. So stop blaming the apps and focus on your approach. Number 5, don't just focus on the image. Now, I did touch on this in one of those previous points, but connection runs deeper than the image. Focus on actually getting to know someone. Read their bio. Look at their photos. Are they someone that looks like they do a lot of fun things and they get out and enjoy life, which is what you're looking for? Use that as a way to get to know someone. Don't just put so much weight on their appearance, because quite often when you meet them in real life, they're usually quite different. Even if they are attractive, it happens. You meet someone and you're like, oh, you look so much better in real life. I mean, we all do want to have a rough idea of what they look like. You know, you want to know who you're talking to, but don't make it the whole thing. Don't put your whole dating experience just based on their looks. You know, I've actually gone back and I've started watching the old Sex and the City series, which are like, oh my gosh, 20 years old, however old they are, I don't know. But I've actually just gone back and started watching them since the new season of, what's it called? It's Just Like That, whatever it's called. And I've just gone back and started watching them again since that new season's come out. And I was watching how Charlotte started dating, oh my God, what's his name? It's not Richard. Richard was the other one, her previous one. But she started dating that lawyer, and that's where he became her husband. And she was so turned off by him because of his appearance and he had a hairy back. And it just made me think and wonder, like, and I really enjoyed. It's really nice to actually sit down and watch how their relationship grew. Mind you, it's not real, it's TV, but it still gives you an idea of how you can actually get to really fall in love with someone and really start to enjoy someone's company without focusing on their appearance. So go back and watch that if you want that little reminder. But you don't have to make it just about looks. You can connect, you can have common interests, even if they're not the most attractive person. Number 6, don't commit yourself too soon. Now, what I mean by that is it's quite common. Now, I know in Australia, we definitely do this. Some other countries, I know in America and a few other places, they're very different with this mentality. But in Australia, it's very much the thing. If you start talking to people online, you need to stop talking to everyone else. And I don't understand that. And I know it's very different in America. Over there, you talk to anyone and everyone until you're actually official. And it needs to be like that here in Australia. You need to have more, don't put so much pressure on committing to someone when you've only just maybe had one coffee with them, or you might not have even had a coffee with them. You might have just had a phone chat or a chat online. You're like, this is going nice. I might just stop talking to everyone else because this person seems all right. But who knows, in a day or two, they might ghost you, and then all of a sudden you're left heartbroken thinking, oh, I'm ghosted again. The apps are shit. Well, no, the apps aren't shit. You just put so much pressure on this person. You've just gone and committed way too soon, thinking this person must be the one, when you haven't even properly met them yet. Allow yourself time to get to know someone. You're allowed to keep having chats with people. You're not cheating on anyone if you're not actually in a relationship with them. Keep the chats going. And if you're worried about the other person finding out, then let them know. Just say, yeah, I'm still chatting to other people, but once I know this is official, then I'm happy to stop that. Depending on where you're at in the dating game with someone, but you don't even necessarily need to have to explain that. But when you start to feel the vibe that it is getting more serious, then of course you step back. You stop doing the online swiping because in respect, if you are actually leading towards being in a committed relationship, but you don't have to commit to this one specific person when there is no commitment made. It is okay to keep your options open, because also when you commit too soon, you're putting so much expectations on this one person, expecting them to be the one. And if it doesn't, then it's that whole online dating apps are shit. See, this is useless. Dating's crap. Don't over commit too soon. Just keep going with the flow. Keep it fun. Keep it casual until you know definitely that you're committed. You are boyfriend and girlfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, whatever you're at. Keep going, keep having fun in the dating world until you guys have had the discussion that you are committing to each other. And just to clarify that, don't feel the need to cut off all other conversations just because one conversation has gone much better with somebody else. Because that could quickly turn to the shit, and then you're like, holy shit, I wish I kept talking to Tom, but I ended that conversation and I cut him off and I ghosted him. He's not going to want to talk to me now. Be smart about the way you approach it. And also, if you are having other conversations with people and one starts to go well, or you do start to commit to somebody else, let them know. You don't have to ghost them. Just say, thanks, it's been lovely chatting, but I've actually met someone else. It is okay to say that. You're not a bad person for being honest and letting someone know the truth. Number 7, watch out for the red flag. So many people just ignore the red flags thinking, oh, that's okay. It's not a big deal, because you just got so high hopes of just meeting someone and there's a few nice things that you like about this person, but you're seeing red flags and think, I'll just overlook it because they've got some nice things. Let me tell you this. Someone who is not a good person doesn't mean they're not going to have some good qualities about them. They're all going to portray some sort of nice little image or nice qualities at some point. So just because there's a few nice things that they're doing doesn't mean they're the right person, and doesn't mean you should ignore the red flags. Red flags are red flags for a reason. And if you're unsure on that, go back and listen to the other episode. I've got episodes on red flags. I've got episodes on boundaries and setting boundaries. Go back and listen to those episodes if you're not sure. But if you're seeing red flags, don't just think to yourself, it's not right. I don't like it. I don't agree with it, but I'm going to let it slide. If you are going to let red flag that was a tongue twister. If you are going to let red flags slide, then don't get surprised if you end up heartbroken, because you're allowing that behavior to happen. If you're ignoring the red flags, you're enabling their bad behavior. So unless you step in and start setting boundaries or start walking away from the red flags, you're just going to get hurt. You're going to get heartbroken, and no doubt you'll end up blaming the apps. The apps didn't make you heartbroken. The apps didn't make this person do these things to you. It is the person, and it is the way you handle it that needs to be taken into consideration. So do not ignore those red flags. Number 8, and this is a big one. Please, everyone pay attention. Are you ready? Do not use dating as a distraction. It is not other people's job to be your counselor, to stroke your ego, to make you feel good about yourself. I mean, hey, having a partner is a way of making you feel good. It does make you feel nice, but it's not their job to fix you. So if you're feeling sad, you're feeling lonely, you're in that space where you just want company, that is the wrong reason to date. Enjoy being lonely. Enjoy the time on your own. Get comfortable with that uncomfortableness of not having anyone around you. And most importantly, understand that there is no shame. We need to work on that stigma of being single. It is nothing to be ashamed of. You are not less than, you are not lower than. People will always make comments, and they're the uneducated arseholes that do that. And more often than not, you find they're probably the people that are in unhappy marriages that are too piss weak to get out of them, so they take their anger out on other people. They're the ones that usually make those comments and judge single parents. Ignore them. Don't feel like you need to keep filling the void. Don't feel like you need to be with someone because it's shameful to be single, or because you just can't handle being alone. You're struggling being alone. You're missing having a partner. That's fine. You're allowed to miss someone, and you don't have to be single all your life. But don't feel like you need to just rush into someone because you want to distract how you're really feeling. You want to distract yourself on what's actually happened from that last breakup. Because if you're still feeling sad and angry and pissed off, and you're going through all this other nonsense from your last breakup, sorry, I shouldn't say nonsense, that's not the right word to use, because that kind of invalidates it a little bit. But if you're going through everything from your last breakup, just jumping into another relationship, that's just distracting you from what you're going through. You need time to really process the breakup. You need time to accept what's just happened, and then do all these previous steps that I've just done. Look at what you need. Focus on red flags. Don't just jump straight into the dating world thinking that this person's going to make you feel better. Now, you don't necessarily think that that's their job. You're going to go find someone because they're going to make you feel better. But you do honestly think, quite often, people think that if I go into the dating world, I won't feel lonely. I'll feel happier. But if you're dating for the wrong reason, I can guarantee you now, there's a very good chance that relationship will not last. And do you know what happens when that happens? When that relationship doesn't last, you'll turn around and say, see, it's the apps. Those apps are shit. I wouldn't use them. Don't use those apps. Why? It's not the app's fault that you jumped into the dating world too soon. It's not the app's fault that you decided to date because you just wanted someone to make you feel better. And it's not the app's fault that you just wanted to date because you didn't like being on your own on weekends and you wanted a bit of company. Don't blame the apps for that. It's, again, the way you're approaching it. So do not use dating as a way to distract yourself because you just want some company or you want to feel a little bit better. Take the time and really process being on your own. Get comfortable with those feelings that make you feel yuck and that really come up when you've gone to a breakup. That's all part of the healing. You're going to go through these weird feelings and you're going to have all these different emotions come up. Get comfortable with it. It is okay to accept being single. Number 9, get out of autopilot. Just sitting there swiping. And so many people do it on their lunch break. Maybe in the morning when they're first woken up, they'll wake up in the middle of the night. They'll jump on online dating. After dinner, they'll sit down in the lounge. Swipe. Get out of autopilot. You are not even thinking about what you're looking for. When you get to that phase, you're just like robotic. You just literally swipe. And so many people do it. And they may not even be swiping right. I don't even know which is right now. Right, left. I don't even know which is approved and which is not. But anyway, you're just swiping no on all these people, not even thinking, not even reading. You're just in robot. And he could have just lost so many potential dates and partners because you're not even thinking about what you're doing. You're just stuck in autopilot. Nah. Get out of that and really think about what you're doing. You don't have to be on it 24/7. And when you are doing that, that's clearly showing that you're wanting to rush into dating for all the wrong reasons. You're trying to force someone to come into your life. You're putting so much pressure on meeting someone new, and it's not happening because you're on it 24/7 wondering, why am I not meeting this person? Because you're not really paying attention to what you're doing. You're not thinking about it. You're not really looking at the bios. Are you even reading the description of the person? I'd love to know how many people actually do that. Me personally, mind you, I haven't been on the dating apps in ages, but when I am, that is one of the first things I look at. I read their bio and I read if they're interested in having kids or not, because I'm way past that stage. No more kids for me. And some people, some guys especially that are in my age group, are still happy to have more kids. No, thank you. I'm done. But that is one of the first things I really focus on. And so many people, when you're in autopilot, swipe, they don't even look at anything like that. It's just, I see a photo, don't like it, nah. Get out of autopilot and really think about what you're doing. Don't feel the need to be on it all the time. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to think, fuck, I need a date for next weekend. Oh my God, this holiday's coming up. I've got a wedding coming up. I need a date. You are putting such unrealistic expectations on yourself. Just slow it down and just learn to have fun with the process, because you are setting yourself up for failure by constantly doing this. And this is going back to that other point, when you're meeting someone and expecting them to be the one because you've just gone on autopilot, just sitting on there for so long, and eventually you found someone. Eventually you've got a date. So you're like, yep, this has got to be the one. And then you're going back to that same process because it wasn't the one and it's gone to the shit. And then you blame the apps. Okay, so think about it. Stop blaming the apps. Stop being on robot mode. Really think about what you're looking for and stop putting so much pressure on yourself to expect that one person that you finally get a date with to be the one. Number 10, be honest with yourself. Being honest saves you and it saves others a lot of heartache. Because if you're just going into a relationship, you've met someone, they're like, oh, I'm ready to settle down, and deep down thinking, I don't want that, but I'll just go along with that. You are setting yourself up for failure, and you're just going to end up in heartbreak, and so is the other person. Don't lie about what you're looking for. If you're not ready to commit, say that. If you don't want a relationship at all and just want to go and have a bit of fun, say that. Be honest with yourself about where you're at. Because if you go into the dating world lying and giving off these false promises and pretending you're wanting certain things that you're not, is only going to result in heartbreak. And again, when that happens, those bloody apps, it's the fucking apps. Don't go on the apps. It's all their fault. Why is it the app's fault if you went into it lying about where you're at? You didn't want to commit. You weren't ready to, but this other person that you were dating was, so you pretended that you were. You lied about it. All of a sudden got all hot and heavy. You're like, fuck, this is too much for me. I can't handle it. I'm out. Must be the app's fault. Blame the apps. See, don't use the apps. No, don't lie about where you're at. If someone's saying, listen, I'm ready for a full-time, I'm ready to settle down. I want to find a partner. Say that. I respect that, but unfortunately, I'm not there yet. Be honest about where you're at. If you've just come out of a relationship and you're still healing, you're still processing it all, you're still getting through that, let them know. Let them know I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm still trying to adjust. I'm just dipping my toes in. I'm just seeing where I'm at. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to anything. People will respect you so much more when you're being honest. Now, I'm going to be honest, and you might not like this. If somebody said that to me, I would be 100% respectful of that. But I would also turn around and say, I appreciate your honesty, but unfortunately, you're not in a right place for me. Personally, I would not want to date someone that's not knowing what they want. And that is one of the things that I want in a partner. I want someone that knows what they want. If you don't know what you want, then please don't waste my time. You can go out and figure it out, go have your friends with benefits, sort it out that way, but I'm not anyone's guinea pig. I do not want to date someone that does not know what they want or where they're going in life. Have some goals, know what you want, know where you're going. Otherwise, please don't drag me along, because that's usually what that is. When someone turns around and says, I don't know what I want, red flag for me. Sort it out. Sort your life out. Why do you not know what you want? You're a grown-ass adult. Get your shit together, mate. Otherwise, if you don't, that's okay. Go and heal. And it's okay if they don't know what they want, because we've all been through that stage. We have all been there. But don't drag other people along in the process. That's the thing. So if you are in that phase, be clear about it. And if someone still wants to date someone that is saying that, then that's their choice. At least they've been clear about where they're at. Number 11. It is okay to take a step back. You do not have to sit there every single day, hope that one day you're going to meet someone without taking a break. And the idea of it, when you take a step back, it allows you to actually think about these previous other 10 steps that I've just discussed, and to really think about what you want. If you're just not taking any breaks, you're just in it every single day, you're like what I just said previously, you're on autopilot, not really thinking about what you want. You're just hoping for the best. And quite often when you're doing that, you just get the same people over and over again. And quite often I know some people, they will just delete it and then restart the app again, because it kind of resets all your matches. So any person that you've matched before and you've said yes or no to, you don't get them again. But if you reset it, you get those matches back again. And I know a lot of people that do that. They'll go back and reset it, and then they've had enough, and they'll go back and reset it. They'll start their profile again. And if that's you, and you're doing that, and you're constantly just resetting and starting again and getting a new profile, take a break. Take a break. It is okay to enjoy single life. It is really okay. There is nothing wrong with being single. I do not understand why so many people out there put so much pressure into meeting someone, but in the process of meeting someone, they're not putting real thought into it. They're not being productive. They're just winging it, hoping for the best. Stop wasting so much time and energy when you're not really putting 100% of your energy into doing it when you are doing it. So take a step back, clear your head, and it is so much more beneficial for you and the person that you're dating to start dating when you feel like you don't have to have a partner. It is so much better to date knowing that if you actually date someone and it doesn't work out, it is not the end of the world. But when you're dating just to fill a void and you're dating just to feel good about yourself, then it becomes so much harder to handle that breakup, because you put so much expectations on hoping that they're going to be the one. And then it didn't work out. It's the app's fault. The apps are fucked. It's all their fault. No, you're putting so much expectations on this. You're putting so much pressure on yourself. Take a step back and just learn to enjoy being single. And if you do meet someone and it doesn't work out, then you just think to yourself, that's okay. I had a really nice night. I had a nice lunch, or it was a nice catch up. We had a laugh, but they just weren't the one. And you're more willing to accept that when you're okay being single. But when you're not comfortable being single, when you're wanting someone just to make you feel better, you're wanting someone to fill that void, then that's when you're putting all that extra pressure on it to make it work. And then when it doesn't work, you are so much more let down because you had so much or so high hopes of wanting this person to be the one. But when you've taken that step back and you've actually learned to enjoy your life on your own, you've learned to actually enjoy having full control over your life, and then when the right person comes, they can just nicely blend on in. That is the goal. Now, I always emphasize and always talk about how nice it is to be single and how nice it is to have full control of your life and do what you want and come and go as you please. But please remember that when I do say that, I am not saying that you should never get a partner. I am 100% for everyone finding love. I'm 100% for everyone finding a partner. But I'm also 100% for everyone enjoying that time when they're single, when they've got it. Don't rush that process and filling that just with someone else, Being single is not something that you need to run away from. It's something you can learn to enjoy. And when you learn to enjoy it, you can have a lot of fun in that time. And to be honest with you, that is usually when it's so much easier to meet someone because you feel so much better in yourself. You're not forcing things and you're not making things happen for all the wrong reasons. It's happening and it's coming into your life because you feel good in yourself. And you're okay either way if it works out or if it doesn't. That's how you want to take on the dating world. So I'm going to do a little recap on those 11 tips to navigate that online dating world. Number 1, do you know what you're looking for? Are you dating with an intention and know exactly what you want? Or are you just hoping for the best? Number 2, stop chasing the same type of person and you're getting the same results and wondering why it's not working. Think outside the square. Number 3, don't put so much pressure on it. Step back, chill out. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Dating apps are not the enemy. It is not their fault that the dates are not working out. The dating apps do not control what you write in a message. The dating apps do not control how you respond to someone. The dating apps are not there on your date. It's not the dating apps. It's the approach. Number 5, it's not just about image. Get deeper. Learn more about the person. Don't just judge a book by its cover. Number 6, don't commit too soon. Don't put so much pressure on it and cut off everyone else when you don't even know that you're going to be speaking to this person the next day and they've just gone and ghosted you. Don't commit to something too soon. Number 7, watch for red flags. If you see something that's not right, it's telling you now it's not right. So don't ignore it. Number 8, dating is not a distraction, so don't use it as one. Dating is there to make you feel good. Yes, dating is meant to be there to help you find the love of your life, but it's not there to distract you from the other drama that you've going through or you've been through and that you just don't want to handle and you just don't want to deal with it. Number 9, get out of autopilot. Stop just swiping every single day, hoping for the best, hoping to find something when you're not doing anything different. Really think about all these steps that I've just mentioned when you're dating and don't just sit there and swipe. Just stop for a minute and really reflect and process what you're doing. Number 10, be honest with where you're at. Don't go into the dating world giving false expectations and false hope of what you want in a relationship or what you're expecting. Be real. People like it when you're being authentic and when you're being real. When you lie, it's not a good look. People do not want to be with someone who's just going to lie because eventually that lie will come out at some point. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the person that you're dating. And number 11, it is okay just to stop. And it's okay to take a step back from the dating world. Just because you're not finding the right person does not mean that the apps are fucked. It just means maybe you need a break. It just means maybe you need to think about your approach. It just means maybe you're not ignoring the red flags. It just means maybe you're not setting boundaries. It just means maybe you're looking for the wrong person. You're just basing on image and you're not actually getting to know someone. Really think about all these 11 steps when you're approaching the online dating world because it is hard. It is hard to get an idea of someone based on a photo. But if you read their if you read their bio and you see their photo and that clicks to you, because sometimes that happens, you read that, you see their photo and think, okay, this person sounds interesting, give it a go. But please, when you reach out, send more than a hi. Because quite often, like I said, I haven't been on there in months, but when I am on there and someone sends me a hi, they're not going to get a response. That's what kind of conversation are you initiating when you just say hi? You are putting in zero effort. That is how I interpret that. If someone's out there and listening and you send hi messages and you've got a different meaning behind that, then please let me know. But when I see a hi message on online dating, to me, it just looks like someone's winging it. They're just hoping for the best. Let's send them a hi and let's see if they respond. To me, zero energy, zero effort has been put in. I'm going to match your energy. I might sometimes just say hi just to see where that conversation will go. And I guarantee you 99% of the time, the response to that will be, how's your day? Boring. Now, I'm not saying my day's boring. I'm saying that conversation's boring. Nobody wants a boring conversation like that. It is just so robotic. If you want to get to know someone, initiate a conversation that can show that you're interested in getting to know them. Sending a hi doesn't show that you're expressing interest in them. To me, it shows that I just want to meet someone. So let's just see who responds. Hi, hi, hi. Zero effort. Okay? Put some effort into what you're doing. Really think about your approach. Don't be lazy. If your intention is to meet someone, then put some effort in. It's not just going to land on your lap. And meeting a partner is a big deal. It's a big decision. But why have people lost the interest? Why have people lost the effort? They think that just swiping is going to help them achieve their goal. No, you are the one that helps you achieve your goal, not the apps. They've put the people there in front of you. It's up to you how you choose to handle that. It's up to you how you choose to interact with those people. That's on you, not the apps. Okay, so really think about what you're doing. Think about how you're approaching it, and maybe just start really making an effort into initiating a proper conversation, making an effort with your bio, making an effort with your photos, putting photos with fish and animals and filtered photos and photos with a group of friends. Nobody wants to see your mates and all your girlfriends in photos, because quite often you see that. I'm like, okay, which one is it? Who is it? I've lost interest now because I'm not dating, or I'm not looking to date all these 10 people here. I just want to know who this one person is that I'm looking at here, and I don't know, so I've lost interest. Sorry. Group photos don't cut it. And if it is a group photo, cut it out. Because let's be honest, we all have phones. And if you don't have a phone, you're lying. We all have phones. No, you do have a phone because you've got online dating, and that's why you're listening to this. So you have a phone. Use it. Take a selfie. Get your kids to take a photo. Get your mate at work to take a photo in the lunch break. So the excuse to say, I don't have any photos, is a lazy one. Do not use that excuse on dating apps when you have a phone that you can so easily take a selfie in seconds. Don't use that lazy ass excuse, because if that's what you're saying to someone, I guarantee they've lost interest, because you're showing you're putting in zero effort. If you want to meet someone, put in effort. And if you're wondering why you're not meeting the right person, because you're not doing anything productive to show that you're interested. You're not showing any effort. That's what people want. They want to see, okay, they're showing that they're interested. They're actually, look at all these photos. They're really cool. They look like they've got a really fun life. Wow, this person's really put effort into their bio. And I tell you now, when I see that, when I see bios with a really good description, I'm like, that's a good tick for me. I like that. I like when someone's put effort into their bio and really made an effort to show or explain who they are, because quite often that says so much more than a few photos. So really think about what you're doing and stop blaming the apps, and really think about your approach, how you're conversating with people. Is that a word, conversating? Conversing? Anyway, think about that and think about your profile. What image are you portraying to people when you're putting yourself out there? If you're just putting photos of animals and nature and you're not getting any messages, well, good chance that's why. So I'm going to wrap it up. But the main point here that I really want you all to take from this is please have a bit of fun with it. It can be fun. Now, getting heartbroken is not fun. But when you're okay with being single, you can accept that when something doesn't work. You can accept when you meet someone and they're not the right one. But when you're not okay being single, you're going to keep forcing it to make it work. No. It's okay. We can make it work. Don't do that, because you're going to end up heartbroken. Okay? Learn to have fun with it. Learn to just make the most of the moment. Just think, okay, you know what? If it doesn't work out, it's okay, but at least I'm getting out of the house for the night. At least I'm just getting out and having a bit of fun. That's where it starts. It's all about getting out of your comfort zone and having a bit of fun. And if it doesn't work out, it is not the end of the world, because, as I always say, You are not meant to be everyone's match. You are not a perfect match for everyone. And you quite often won't know that until you actually get the chance to meet them. And then eventually after a few dates, you might realize, they're nice, but they're not for me. This isn't going to work out. And that is okay. You're not a bad person. You're not a failure. It's not the end of the world if that person isn't matched for you. It's just like anything in life. We're not friends with every single person we meet because they're not aligned with us. They're not people that we'd connect with, and that's okay. We all have different interests in life, and that's what it's about. Getting out and learning more about this person so you can work out if they are the right person. That's what it's all about. Not expecting them to be the right person straight off the bat. It's about getting out and understanding or learning more about them to work out if they are the right person, not making them be the right person. That's the difference here. So please, I really hope you got something from this, and share any feedback. Please share your thoughts, your feedback, and your experience with online dating, where you're at, what's happened. And if you've taken anything away from this episode, I'd really love to know. You can message me on my Instagram page, Life After Plus One. Let me know. I love connecting with everyone. I love hearing everyone's stories and where you're at. So let's share those stories and have fun with dating. Your person is out there. I promise you, they're there. Just don't put them on a pedestal before you've even met them. Take it slow and just have fun. All right, that's it. And remember, if you do want some more tips and some more advice, then check out that dating guide. Like I said, it's in the show notes. It's available to grab from there. It's on my website. Check it out. Full of information. And the dating guide is not just about when you first meet someone. It goes from every step of the process when you're dating as a single parent, from the online dating, when you actually start dating, the first date, when you're actually continuing the dating process, and then when you're actually ready to introduce this person to the kids and potentially move in together. So it goes through the whole dating process of a single parent, from the start to when they even possibly move in with you. So it's everything in the middle of all of that. So check it out. It's available on my website and in the show notes. And I'm going to wrap it up. So thank you, everyone. And until next week, I'll be in your ears then.
Thank you for joining us on the Life After Plus One podcast. If you loved what you heard today and looking for some further support, then jump onto our website, lifeafterplusone.com. Plus, don't forget to check out our Instagram page for further resources and inspo. You can find all the links in the show notes. And remember, you're not alone on this path. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. And in the meantime, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep exploring your amazing life after plus one.